Well, that just happened. If you guys would have told me a week ago when the Suns were up 2-0 in the series that we would end up losing the finals, I would have thought you were insane. Straight up. But as you guys know, it's right after Game 6, and the Suns lost. Yeah, we lost 4 straight. This sucks, honestly. This sucks. Now, before I get into the reasons we lost and start ranting a little bit, I just want to say one thing. Congratulations, Bucks fans. You guys deserve this. It's been 50 years since the last time you guys won a championship, so you guys have been through it as well. Obviously not as bad as us, considering we've never won a championship in franchise history, but you guys have been through it as well. So you deserve it. Congratulations. Now it's time for the ranting. Now, I believe with all my heart that if Dario Saric didn't get hurt in Game 1, we would have closed this out in 5. Now, I might sound crazy in saying that, but hear me out. We didn't have a backup big man the entire series. And if anyone types in the comments that we had Frank Kaminsky, I am blocking you. Nah, but for real though, Frank Kaminsky is not doing anything against Giannis. And you guys might be thinking, well, neither is Dario. Dario is a lot better than Frank Kaminsky in every way, shape, or form. And plus, I would have also given DeAndre Ayton a break, put another body on Giannis, and would have kept DeAndre Ayton out of foul trouble, which he got into a lot. So make fun of me all you want, but Dario Saric would have changed this series completely. Or at least that's what I think. And I'm going to continue thinking that as well. And there's nothing you can say to change my mind. And another thing I want to touch on is Chris Paul's hand injury. When have you ever seen Chris Paul that careless with the basketball? Never, exactly. There's no way his hand just wasn't bothering him at all. Because he looked careless with the basketball. He was losing it on dribbles. He lost it on passes. That's just not like him. And it sucks that the Bucks have Drew Holiday to guard him as well, as he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire NBA, if not the best. Drew Holiday would literally full court press him, and you could tell when Chris Paul was taking the ball up, he was super uncomfortable. Now you can tell me that's just Drew Holiday's defense, but Chris Paul hasn't struggled like this ever. So his hand definitely had a factor in this series. And despite his hand being completely jacked up, he still balled out. And another thing, we just couldn't close out games. I think it was the last 3 games that we played that we could have closed it out and it could have went either way, but we just couldn't close it out. And that's so unlike this year's Suns because that's what they excelled in the regular season and even the postseason this year. Well, I mean, I say the postseason this year like the Suns have done anything the past 10 years. Like Game 4, Game 5, and Game 6 could have went to anybody. It was close the entire way, and we just couldn't close them out. It's that simple. I'm not sure exactly what game it was, but I think it was Game 5 where we had a 16-point lead in the first quarter, and we ended up choking it. And I think we lost the lead literally in 6 minutes. I don't know. It's tough. It's just tough. That's all I can say about it. And don't even get me started on Scott Foster. Oh my gosh. His name just popped in my head, and Isn't it a coincidence that Chris Paul is 0-13 in games ref by Scott Foster? Interesting. And Scott Foster also got to referee 2 games this series. And guess what? By the record, you know, Chris Paul didn't win any of those. I know, shocking, right? It's also interesting to me how Giannis, I'm not sure if this is 100%, but I'm pretty sure Giannis had more free throws than the entire Suns team. Like, come on. Giannis gets fouled a lot, don't get me wrong. But like half the fouls he gets don't even make sense. Like he initiates the contact on like 80% of his fouls. Giannis can go full steam ahead and just truck someone like he's freaking Derrick Henry, and he gets the call. I just don't get it. What do you do as a defender when you have a freaking freight train running full steam at you? There would be times Aiden would just put his hands up, take the contact, and still get the foul. I don't get it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting anything Giannis did, but you have to admit, he does get some tacky fouls. Now, I will admit, Giannis is one of the most dominant players I've ever seen. He can't really do anything outside of the paint, but when he gets inside the paint, you're not stopping him. And with DeAndre Ayton as the only player to guard him, that is a mismatch across the board. So obviously, Giannis dominated pretty much every single game besides Game 1. There's literally nothing we could do to stop him, honestly. With the way he plays and the way things are officiated and with how dominant he is, it's tough. It's really tough. I've honestly came to the conclusion that Arizona sports just are flat out cursed. I don't know what else to call it. I might be wrong in saying this, but off the top of my head, I think the Diamondbacks are the only team that have ever won a championship in Arizona. Don't quote me on that, that's off the top of my head. But the thing about the Diamondbacks winning is I'm not even a baseball fan, so I don't care. I only like the Suns and the Cardinals, and we all know how those teams are doing. Now that's why I wanted this championship so bad. Not only do they have my second favorite point guard ever in Chris Paul on the roster, but this is my favorite team in the NBA who have never won a ring in franchise history, so it would have been Chris Paul's first ring and the Suns' first ring. I can't emphasize it enough. It sucks. I'm not even going to be able to watch SportsCenter or go on social media for the next like week and a half. I'm not trying to watch all these Bucks highlights and championship parades. Like, that's just not what I'm about to do. Like, congratulations, but I'm not watching that. You can't make me. Now, if I were the Suns, this is what I would do in the offseason. Obviously, number one priority, re-sign Chris Paul. Chris Paul loves the staff, loves his teammates, loves the organization overall, so if he doesn't re-sign, I'm gonna be shocked. I think he'll decline his player option and sign like a 2 to 3 year deal just to stay here long term. And at this point in his career, he might take less money because honestly, I think his number one priority is winning. He's made enough money in his career, so I assume that he's going to take a little pay cut this offseason so the Suns can bring in more key free agents so they can actually contend again. Because with the healthy Lakers, healthy Clippers, if Kawhi resigns, a healthy Nets, a healthy Bucks, like all these good teams, we're going to have to step it up as well. Now, I don't know who they'd bring in to make that happen, but that's not my decision to make. The only thing I know is re-sign Chris Paul. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care. That's priority number one, and it's not even close. And if the Suns do re-sign Chris Paul, I got the Suns winning it all next year. I don't care what you guys say. You can say the Nets, the Lakers, the Clippers, they're all better team. I don't care. Suns are winning. Try changing my mind, please. It's not going to work. Well, you guys probably can't tell in my voice, but deep down, I feel nothing but depression and pain right now. This sucks. I don't know how many times I said this sucks in this video, but it's probably like 15. Like, Giannis, why couldn't you just sit out the series, bro? You're 26 years old. You can win another championship later. Tough. We could honestly close this thing out in 5, but the Bucks just played better than us down the stretch. Chris Middleton closed those games for them. Like, Chris Middleton literally looked like prime Michael Jordan. Like, there's nothing you can do. If he's hitting those tough fadeaway contested mid-ranges, I guess you just got to live with it. Like, I don't know how to stop it. But yeah, that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post NFL and NBA content, so if you're a fan of either of those or both of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.